being on the telecast with me and sharing their inputs. I'm going to shift my focus to the other big breaking development. The Indian government today has announced that it will lift restrictions on petrol and diesel sales effective 1st of July. These measures, which include capping daily diesel purchases and barring commercial buyers from retail stations, were implemented earlier this month to prevent local shortages caused by the global supply chain disruptions linked to the war in the Middle East. That's the big development that is coming in, keeping in mind that the oil prices in India have reverted to normal, that is to the pre-war levels, and that has then made the government coming up with this announcement that all restrictions on diesel and petrol are finally going to be lifted, giving a reprieve to the people, to the commuters. Joining me on the telecast is Atul Ranjan. Atul, if you could tell us more about what has made the government finally roll back these restrictions that had earlier been imposed.
Well, these restrictions were imposed earlier in the month of June itself, but now what we're seeing is that the government has decided to revoke all the restrictive measures that it had, implemented, given the fact that the crisis in West Asia seems to be, be resolved almost with the signing of the peace deal between the two, parties, the US and the Iran. Now, what is the details of the matter is that, the restriction that was imposed was particularly regarding commercial sales of, sales to commercial entities, particularly, government restricting that no more than 200 liters of diesel per vehicle or per customer would be sold at retail outlets, given the fact that, because of the prices at the bulk supply chains were, rising, after which we saw several trucks and buses and all the giant commercial operators, thronging to retail outlets and thereby threatening sort of, a shortage for normal customers,
Right.
That prompted government to initiate this restriction in early
June.
Right,
absolutely. In fact, the crude prices in June 2026 have already dropped to $68.86 per barrel. And if you take a look at the figures from February, which was before the war hit West Asia, the crude prices were at 69.01. So we have already reached the pre-war levels when it comes to the prices of crude. All right, thank you, Atul, for giving us those details. And on that note, I'll slip into a short break. Thanks so much.